to take accountability for admitting that, she did her big one. And, when I called her out for, when she said that the trans community would have still been in the dark ages, and I did that video and she felt played and, got on there and talked about my teeth and talked about my vagina. I felt played. And one thing that is true about me, because two of my daughters have said this, they said that I don't know how to be graceful enough. And they said that when I start reading, I don't know when to stop. And to be honest with you, I see things differently. I think people feel like because they know that I could think deep and they know how my brain works and they know that I'm an intelligent person, people always expect for me to have more grace than they would have. And that's a part of my trauma. Like, people, I feel like people have always expected for me to act like Jesus and turn the other cheek. And I think that over time, that has been a source of trauma for me, feeling like I'm the one that always has to extend more grace because I understand and I see the bigger picture. Like as a visionary, as a guide, I always need to see the bigger picture. I always need to have more capacity. And, that be vexing my spirit sometimes. It really honestly legit be vexing my spirit sometimes. Okay, hold on. Yeah, I was still feeling away. And I was still feeling away, and I had saw that Oliver Twist video, and it just re-traumatized me again. And yeah, I could be honest and say that I poked the bear this time and I started it, with that VS Icon video. I could be honest, I could say that, I could be accountable. But people always expect for me to be perfect Patty and to just, oh, you're not supposed to be on that. Like, people have always tried to treat me like I'm supposed to act like Jesus. Like, I can't be human. Like, I can't be petty. Like, I can't be messy. Like, I don't understand why everybody gets to be messy but me. Sometimes that bothers me. And then somebody came on my page and she gonna say, she said, you jealous of Madison's success. And it was a female, somebody who on the outside looking in don't know the backstory. The very first time that I ever said T.S. Madison's name, which was in 2013, I have the video on my platform. First time I ever said this lady's name, she responded. So if I was jealous of her success, I've been having critiques for her before she was famous, before she even got a coin. So y'all are not making sense with that. I could see if I waited till she got famous and all of a sudden started critiquing her and saying things about her, then you might actually have some validity. And what's crazy is the woman who said it is supposed to be a social worker. I have literally been critiquing this woman fresh out of the porn game. Like when she was doing porn, when she first got on the internet, that's when I first said something about her. Had nothing to, it's not about her success. It's not about her money. It's not about what she have. It's about her impact on community. It's about how many people are following her. And I'm just concerned about how this is going to affect the movement long term. So, biological female cis women, when it comes to this, it's certain things I know my place and I know when to sit this one out. So with all kindness and compassion, baby, you need to sit this one out. Like cis women who trying to interject yourself into the conversation, like y'all tell us when y'all talking about cycles and when y'all talking about childbirth, y'all tell us we can't speak to that. It's certain things y'all just can't speak on. You don't have the bandwidth, you don't have the range, you don't have the capacity. So sit this one out, Pooh. Because the friction that exists between me and her did not happen when she started getting money. It did not happen because she's wealthy. Me and her have been having discourse and disagreements since she's first was fresh on the internet, fresh out of prostitution. The first time I ever said this lady name on live, she responded. And now looking back on it, I think the only reason why she responded in the way that she responded is because she was building her career. And she knew that I had a strong enough platform to really cause a problem if I chose to be an adversary. So what she did was pacified me. She spoke sweetly, put a titty in my mouth to shut me up because she was on a mission the whole damn time. And so when you see me acting out sometimes and doing the things that I do and saying the things that I say, understand that it's because I know she played me. I know she ran that G on me in that first video because she was like, oh, her friends were telling, baby, the bitch got a few followers. You ain't where you need to be yet. Play nice with that bitch. And that's what she did. She strategically blow smoke up my ass, and for a result, for a long time, I followed her. I shared her content. I was one of the bitches that was singing her praises. So when y'all get ready to jump in this conversation, you have to understand the history, the herstory, and y'all don't. You don't understand the complexities of the situation. I was a fan at one time. The bitch had won me over. Let's be clear. A lot of girls don't really respect her, but they watch her content to key at her, to kiki. Because if they respected her and they really had that much respect for her, they wouldn't be sending me clips of shit she said trying to trigger me, trying to get me out here. I don't follow her content. People send the stuff to me. I don't be on her page looking for stuff to read her about. I have a life. I have a life. I want y'all to know that, bitch. I have a life. I don't sit around on that lady page, stalking that lady page. I don't want y'all to ever think that I'm sitting over here like, girl, what T.S. Madison doing? Girl, no, that's not what's going on, girl. I'm not booked and busy, but I have opportunities to do what I need to do to be able to maintain, to be able to take care and do for people around me that I love. You know, the ancestors, you know, is helping me to focus on my mental health, my well-being, my art, my creativity. And I'm getting a healthier balance in my life. But yeah, you know, but I will be accountable, you know, from my subscribers and for the people who look to me for guidance and look to me to be honest and to be accountable. Yes, I did poke the bear when I did the VS Icon video. I was bored. You know, I call this the month of petty. November is the month of petty. So I be getting it crunk in November. Like, I started this when she responded and said what she said. Yeah, I poked the bear. I could be accountable and say this was me. It was me this time. But I feel like now, since she did what she did, like talking up under my clothes and coming for my sections, because I never talked up under her clothes. Like in all the critiques that I've ever gave her, I've never talked up under her clothes. I've never, you know, because I know that that's hurtful to girls who are pre-op. I've always tried to be sensitive to girls who are pre-op, you know, because I know the past that exists between post-op and pre-op girls. in the past, I was a pre-op girl before. I know what it feels like when a post-op girl exalt themselves over you and make you feel like you're less than because you're a pre-op. So I know that pain. I know that trauma. And I never wanted to inflict that on a pre-op girl. I never wanted to act like I was better because I was pre-op. Now when girls because I was post-op. Now when girls play in my face, and they try to be like, oh, girl, you ain't no different, girl. You still the same, girl. Girl, you still the same, girl. You still just like me. No, girl, I'm not. We're having different experiences. Yes, girl, we have a lot of similarities. Our origin story has a lot of same similarities, but at some point, my branch starts to go in this direction, and your branch starts to go in that direction. So we have the same root story, we have the same origin story, and we have a lot of similarities. And there are some things that we always gonna be able to connect on, but that is not like my narrative now. I have different experiences that girls that are pre-op don't experience, and girls that are pre-op experience things that I can no longer experience. And so we gonna make space for that nuance. Period. Like we not just gonna be like, oh bitch, you just like me, you still. No, we're not gonna do that. We're not gonna do that. Now, I want you to understand, um, having a vagina doesn't mean that I think that I'm a woman, or mean that I think that I'm more woman than the next girl. I'm just gonna go ahead and keep it gutter, and keep it a bean. I don't like dookie hole. I don't want nobody in mine, and I don't want to be in anybody's. I have no desire to jump up and down a nigga booty hole, and I don't want him in my booty hole. Simple as that. I ain't yucking your yum, but baby, let's not make it look like that's the reason why I got a vagina to feel like I'm a real woman, and bitch, you still a man. And girl, no ma'am, I just don't. Baby, I don't want to have to wear a pamper when I get older. My body already soft, booty already loose. Girl, I don't want to have to wear no pamper trying to take no dick in my ass. That's what that's about. If I'ma have sex, I won't have a hole that I ain't got to deal with fecal matter out of. I don't want to deal with that. Now another girl, baby, that's gonna be your struggle. That's gonna be your journey. I have my struggles with the hole I got, but it ain't feces. You gonna have problems with every hole. I just don't feel like painting, getting painted. I don't want nothing. I don't want nothing for to do with it. Nothing for to do with it. So that's the bottom line with that. So her with this narrative of you faggots going down there to get your dicks cut off. Yes. Cause we tired of that. We tired of having to get hit in our asshole. We tired of the dookie love. We tired of having to dish our booty hole. Like, we tired of that. Everybody don't want to do that for the rest of the day. Everybody not comfortable doing that everybody wasn't built for that. So you could make it about what you want to make it about. You could call it what you want to call it. That's what it is for me. I just don't want to. I don't want to. I ain't judging nobody else. I ain't putting nobody else down. I just don't want to. I resonate more with my femininity. I resonate more with my foremothers. So hey, it works out. It works out. I was never really a top. I never really enjoyed topping. It's okay. I got a nut. It was cute. You know what I'm saying? I done had vagina. I done had booty hole. You know what I'm saying? I done been in the mouth. I done got head. I did all that. I don't have no regrets. But being 50 years old, having somebody playing my booty hole and playing in their booty hole, that just wasn't. That's just not what. That's not how I wanted the story to end for me. Bitch, even being in the hospital and them, changing, like if I have to go in the hospital and get cared for at an older age, and them changing my diapers and whatever, God us forbid I fall sick or some shit like that, and them having to move my nuts out the way and move my piece out the way. Like, I'm not judging another girl. That just wasn't for me. I'm talking about for me. Okay? That's it. And, when she said, when you talk to me, pull your nuts down, let me tell you something. Without nuts and without a penis, I'm the one who ain't never been afraid to speak peace to you. So, to speak truth to you, never been afraid, like, with no nuts, with no dick. So I don't need to have a dick and balls to call you out, because there's plenty of girls that feel the same way I feel about you, walk around with dick and balls, and they had the courage to tell you how they really feel. So my spiritual nuts, my big dick energy, is doing what it need to do. So I don't need to pull my nuts down to talk to you. I'm talking to you on your level without it. I could speak on your level. I could speak beyond your level. I could speak below your level. I could speak all levels. Any way you need for me to package and give it to you, I'm going to give it to you. But just for y'all just tapping into the conversation late at the last minute, I just want to be clear. Clear as beautiful water. Wait, hold on. Clear as this beautiful water, baby. Clear as this beautiful ass ocean, baby. I just want to be clear. I done called out plenty other people. Plenty other people. Plenty. And some of them ignored me. Some of them responded. But none of them have ever talked up under my clothes or talked about my aesthetic, because that's not what I came for on them. That's not how I came at them. It was an opinion. It was how I felt. And if you're a public personality who built your brand from talking about people, she used to drag Wendy Williams. She used to call Wendy Wendy Bartholomew something. Like, she had a long name for Wendy. And she was one of the ones that was sending that negative energy towards Wendy, dragging her. And now look how Wendy turned out. Like, you was one of the main ones. I didn't too much care for Wendy Williams, but I didn't speak on her. I didn't constantly drag her. And so it just amazes me how y'all justify her for dragging people. Like when her and Kaya was doing that Queen Court comedy, I didn't really watch that. I watched maybe like clips if it popped up, like clips that they had made or clips that somebody else shared. But I did not tune in to watch that, because they literally was she built her platform off of dragging other people that never said anything about her, that didn't even know her. And so it's beyond me how y'all come on my page when I have. Was she jealous of all the people that she drug for? Was she jealous? Has she been jealous? Because if I'm jealous, she got to be jealous too, right? Okay. It's just as long as we willing to have that conversation, because a lot of y'all not willing to have that conversation. So has she been jealous of all of the black people that she have embarrassed and humiliated and drugged for online? Was she jealous? That's it. That's all. It's just strange how y'all could defend a person who's literally built their platform off of dragging people. Then when somebody say something about her, y'all defend her. That's never gonna make sense. I could understand if I was dragging somebody like Chloe. I could understand if I was dragging a person that was non-problematic and never had an opinion on anything and never said anything about anybody. I could understand what y'all was saying. I could be like, oh, okay, y'all might be right. Like someone who had a platform and it was just love and light and it was just peace and joy and it was just always positivity and they never had nobody else's name in their mouth. I really could understand y'all being like, why, girl, you jealous, girl. You can't take that, girl. You jealous of her success. I could see y'all I could agree with y'all. I could be like, okay, well, maybe they have a point. But it's not that. Like, it takes somebody, nothing that she has said about me has really ever made me feel read, because she don't have the capacity to read. In order for somebody to read me, they gotta know what make me tick. They gotta at least have studied me enough to understand what's important to me, what I value, and then critique me from that space. But you can't just come at me talking about money and my teeth and superficial shit, because you don't even really know me. You're just saying what sheep say. Like, the only reason why it hold weight for y'all is because a lot of y'all are sheep. So in order for her to read me and it really be a read, y'all always talking about, oh, she gonna gather you, oh, she gonna read you. In front of sheep, in front of gullible, weak-minded followers. But people who really understand what motivates me, why I wake up every day, what makes me tick, you know, if I wanted to get my teeth fixed, they would have been fixed. If I wanted to have more financially, I would have it. I would rather help others and give to others. I don't value those things. You have to understand what I value. You have to understand what I prioritize. You have to understand what makes me tick in order to really come for me. And there are girls who have literally, I have a sister who I am really literally in a different space with now, who have called me out on a whole bunch of shit. And I welcome reflection. I welcome inventory. But at some point, that shit get old too. Because I'm not going to let nobody constantly attack the people that I choose to love and support just because y'all don't understand why I choose to love and support them. I have girls who in my life, you need to stop hanging with so and so. You need to stop supporting this. You need to stop pouring water. You need to stop watering dead things. Like, I have girls who tell me shit like that. Stop watering dead things. Stop nurturing dead things. There's no life there. Stop helping that. Move on from that. And meanwhile, you're reading me for watering dead things. You over here giving more energy to the very thing that has its foot on our neck. So how the fuck can you come for me? So I may be over here trying to bring something back to life, but you're over here giving more life to the very thing that's responsible for our oppression. You're over here giving your time and energy just because it's lucrative and it's financially blessing you. You're over here tap dancing for the oppressor, giving energy to the force that's responsible. Then y'all want to talk about the black struggle. Y'all want to talk about how much y'all down for the people, but y'all not willing to struggle. Bitch, how you for the struggle, but you not willing to struggle? Make that shit make sense. How you for the struggle and you bout the struggle and you always got to comment on the struggle, but you're not willing to struggle? You want to be laid up in the lap of luxury. It's not making any fucking sense. I'm glad that I have my moments where I could get away and I could enjoy nice things, but no, I'm not trying to live off of community. I do think that community should look out for each other, but I'm not trying to live off of community. That's not my goal. You know, I feel like I have enough talent. I feel like I have enough creativity to be able to take care of myself, to be able to sustain myself. I do think that one of my flaws is loving too hard, caring too much. But y'all judge me for caring for people that y'all think are hopeless and y'all think are lost causes. And I just want you to know that while you're critiquing me for hanging around people that you feel like have no value, for hanging around people that you feel like are lost causes, when I could be spending my energy somewhere else, I'm looking at you saying, you over here giving your energy to the very thing that's got its foot on our necks, that's keeping us at the back of the line, that's treating us like second-class citizens, that looks at us like slaves and 1/5 of a person. I'm looking at you the same way, over here shucking and jiving and tap dancing for master. So you looking at me because I'm hanging around derelicts and people that you feel like derelicts and bums and hopeless, and I'm looking at you saying the same thing. How you gonna judge me? And so that's where the conflict comes at. If you keep your opinions to yourself and stop trying to act like you better than me because of my choices, then I will keep my opinions to myself. But you don't. So I don't. So stop expecting for me to have grace for you when you don't have no grace for me, when you see an opportunity to attack me for my choices and the people that I choose to lift up and the people that I choose to support. Y'all say I don't have grace, but baby, for me to serve the community in the way that I do, baby, I think I got more grace than y'all give me credit for. Because a lot of y'all would have been stepped away from some of the things that I continue to support. I'm just saying, y'all talk about grace, but y'all ain't got that much your damn self. Anyway, that's all I got. I'm finna go back to enjoying my reset button. I just wanted to get that off my chest. Now that I've said that, I'm finna move forward. Um, I'm not finna sit up here and lie and say I ain't gonna never talk about the girl, cause that'll probably be a lie. But I'm just being accountable. You know, I'm taking accountability. I could at least be accountable and say I did start this. Like, I don't know if she was over there dragging me before, but I know I got the clip and the stuff that she said in this video. It was a response to some stuff that I had said because something just sat up in my spirit and I just wanted to read her. You know, I was triggered by the whole Oliver Twist thing because people always come into her defense. It's like, I just don't understand that. Like, when people fall out with her, it's always the other person's fault. Yeah. I don't understand that. When she fell out with Kaya, it was Kaya's fault. When she fell out with Gio, it was Gio's fault. When she fell out with Tasha K, it was Tasha K's fault. When now she fall out with Oliver, it's Oliver's fault. Everybody this girl fall out with, when she fell out with Cookie Tookie, it was Cookie Tookie's fault. It's always everybody's fault but her. And ain't nobody making that shit make sense for me. Anyway, and fell out with more people than that. Because she used to be in it with Armand Wiggins. And it was his fault too, huh? Girl, anyway. I guess, girl. When she fell out with the ATLian, it was her fault too. It's everybody's fault but hers. All of the people that don't like her, it's their fault. They haters. They're hating on her success. But she built her brand off of dragging people. But when somebody come for her, they're hating on her success. They don't want to let her be great. Do you know how narcissistic that sounds? Do you know how narcissistic that shit sounds? That I could sit up here and talk about people and critique people and come for people, but then when they say something about me, they're hating on my success. They're jealous of me. Y'all are delusional if y'all can't see how that's a problem. Anyway, I'm about to go. Down but now that I say cool, it keeps spinning and turning. Ian Gani, Iyanko Kalukalo, which means I am a child of God Goddess. And if I am, you know you are. Bound in round, both circle and square. We too speak life, so operations beware. Sending healing to those in despair. El Babosawa, which means we come in peace. No harm to any. Leilem, Leiler, Leiler, Leilem. We could both live on the side of him, her and him. Thank you, God Goddess. I love y'all. Grand Rising. Happy Friday. Yeah, child, I fasted yesterday. I'm telling you, I'm just around here enjoying this clarity and this peace. I kicked up that beehive and started that mess, and I'm just glad that I'm in a place of peace. Yesterday I fasted. I haven't eaten yet today, and I'm just sitting out here just enjoying this sun and enjoying these waves. I'm about to go get back in Mama Daddy. I'm about to go get back in my Dama, Pama, Papi, Mapi. I'm about to go get back in that water, honey, and get this healing on. Love y'all. Y'all have a good one. Later.